Yo, what's up, Cipherites, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play. Today, I'm going to show you how I build my hills. We're going to sort of jump around between all the steps, because it's a complicated and somewhat abstract process. The first step is choosing your materials, but right now you'll just want to pick what you want to use as your block for the outline. I use a grass block, but you can use whatever you want. If you're making a hill in, say, the nether, for example, you might want to use netherrack. After picking out your materials, what you want to do is create an outline. I created this fence so that I wouldn't make a hill that was too big because I didn't want this video to be a bajillion hours long. So here I'm going to start making my outline. Now this can be any shape you want. But there are some guidelines that you need to follow when completing the outline. And completing the outline is step 3. Now here's some tips that you'll want to follow if you want to make hills like I do. Do not have any sharp corners. This, bad. Now this is fine. Also, you shouldn't have any land along the outline that is 1 block long and 1 block wide, unless it's in a diagonal like this. For example, I can't make this because this is on the outside of the outline, but I can make this. Now again, these are all just suggestions, but if you want to make hills like I do, that's just how I do it. Using curves and avoiding sharp corners will make your hills look more natural. Now see, here's an issue because I could do this. Wait, actually I can do this. Scratch that. There isn't an issue here. Step 4. Go around the outline using your chosen blocks in your designated order. After you've created the base outline and completed it, you'll want to move to your next block. In this case, I used dirt. I couldn't put down a dirt block without grass growing over it, so I just put a dirt block in an item frame. Now, same principle for here, except you can have pieces that are only 1 block long and 1 block wide. Just no corner pieces. And also, feel free to make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn and make more creative things. For instance, I accidentally added 2 dirt blocks in the same spot over here, so I decided to make the whole thing 2 blocks tall. It can help you make cliffs, which are, actually part of Minecraft. Also, here's another tip for how I do things. Let's say that we have a setup like this. Well, if you wanted to outline it, you do this, right? Not how I do it. I don't like to have this little chunk cut off and by itself. So I wouldn't put dirt there. Back to the main process. Don't worry if grass grows over your dirt blocks while you're placing them. If you really want to fix that issue, you can just put another grass block there. Now this is where things get a little more complicated. This is where I fill out the gaps that were created from trying to avoid sharp corners or small cut off one block areas like this when creating my outline. You'll want to have a material in mind to use when the space that was created is only one block in area and for when it's more than one block in area. Now, it's especially confusing to explain how I do this with dirt because I will put in because I'll put in a grass block and then put bone meal on it, unless it is the second block that I'm putting in that outline, in which case I like to put in a tree sapling on top of a grass block. Now, this can be any tree sapling. I just felt like doing acacia because I've already done the other 4 so far. Ignore that. That was my cat. That was my sister's cat. And if the gap is more than one block in area, I just use a regular grass block. So let's go fill this in. I just want to point out now, before I forget, that I changed the material that I'm using for gaps that are bigger than one block. For the diorite outline, I changed that from stone to a dirt block. But anyway, let's get back to the next outline, which is stone. For gaps that are only one block, I fill those in with coarse dirt, and when that is not the case, I use regular dirt. Let's get to filling in this outline. You can also fill in the gaps in the outline as you build the outline. On an unrelated note, I've been trying to get into League of Legends, but I'm just not good at the gameplay. I heard that Teamfight Tactics, which has the same characters, works a little differently though, so I wanted to try that out, but none of the cool characters are in it. I mean, there are cool characters, but none of them that really suit me. Oh, see? Here's a mistake right here. But I can use that opportunity to change up the uniform method that I use when I make my hills. So I'll just get rid of this block, and I'll put in a coarse dirt block, as if the outline was meant to be that way. So anyway, as I was saying about League of Legends and Teamfight Tactics, they have cool characters, but none of the characters who I actually like are in Teamfight Tactics. I like, my favorite characters are Fiddlesticks, who is not in Teamfight Tactics at all, and Shaco, who is retired from Teamfight Tactics, and I don't know when he'll be back. Anyway, let's move on to the next outline, andesite. I put the blocks in the order of andesite, gravel, diorite, and whatever that pink block is. What is it? Let me check. Granite. I put it in this order because I wanted to go from the block that looked the most like stone to the one that looked the least like stone. Anyway, for one block gaps in my first andesite outline, and I say first because I'm sure there will be more later, and the blocks that I'll use for the gaps will change by then. For my first andesite outline, I use coal ore for gaps of only one block, and dirt blocks for gaps that are more than one block. So, let's get to work on this. Now see here, this is another example of when you might want to skip a block when you're making your outline. And because I skipped a block, I'm going to put a piece of coal ore there. Okay, let's get back to business. The next outline that I want to do is the gravel outline. And also, I just want to say that the reason why I'm using dirt blocks for andesite, gravel, and diorite, and stone for granite is because I can tell the difference between diorite, stone, and granite based on color alone. I won't have to look at the textures to be like, is that stone or andesite? Is that stone or gravel? But, anyway, let's move on to the actual layer. Okay, I need the dirt again. Hey, remember that subjectively stream that I mentioned in my last episode? I never actually made it to that stream. I'm recording this on the same day, but it's probably long over by now. It's probably long since done. Oops, that's dirt. But mistakes can make more creative hills. I guess I can see if I can watch the stream again while it's still saved on Twitch. And here's our first gap that is more than 1 block in area. So I'll fill this in with dirt. Sorry, just checking to see if I had put down any iron ore. If I hadn't put any down, then that would have led to an important additional factor, which is if at some point you don't put down an ore in your order, don't move on to the next ore. Just shift everything down the line. So for example, if I hadn't put down any iron ore here, then I would see if I could put it in during the diorite outline. And then I'd do gold for the granite outline, and redstone for the andesite outline that comes after that, and so on and so on. And also, the reason why I have all these rocks lined up and why I go back to andesite is because, well, there's way more ores than there are rocks. So I just loop back around. Alright, now let's see. We are on the diorite outline. I was talking for so long that I forgot what I was doing. Alright, let's go to the diorite outline. We can put gold here. Whoopsie daisy. Now that is a mistake that I do want to fix. Just because, like I said, I don't like sharp corners in my hills. It makes the shapes of the hills look unnatural, you know? Alright, and the diorite layer is done, the diorite outline, I mean. Now we can move on to the granite. And the reason why I go from gold to redstone to lapis to diamond to emerald instead of like gold to diamond is because I put them in the order of the order that I assume their rarity is in. So it starts with the most common, coal, and then iron and gold, but instead of going to diamonds like it's listed in the list of blocks, I go to redstone because that feels like it should be more rare than gold, but it is more rare than diamond. And then I go from redstone to lapis because I know that that's rare, but less so than diamond. And then after diamond, I have emerald, because emerald can only be found in extreme hill biomes, but from what I can tell, diamond can be found in any biome. now we are going to loop back around in terms of what stone we use. So we go back to andesite, but we do not loop around in terms of what ore we used. We just put in some redstone ore, so we're going to move on to lapis lazuli. Also, I just went on my phone to try and see if the Subjectively stream was on Twitch, and my phone is being weird. My phone, the issue with my phone is that even though my iPad is connected to the Wi-Fi here, my phone is not, and that's usually it's usually the other way around. When did I place down this andesite block? Whatever. It's a happy accident, and I can build my outlines around it. But, yeah. My phone has data, so usually when the Wi-Fi isn't working, I can just turn on data on my phone, and it'll be my iPad that is out of luck. But the Wi-Fi is working, and it's working on my iPad, but not on my phone. Of course, like I literally just said, I could just turn on data, but I still think it's strange. Alright, now here's an example of what I mentioned earlier. I have not managed to use the diamond ore, so I'm not going to move on to emerald ore. Instead, I will use diamond ore to fill in the 1 block gaps with the diorite. Diamond, diorite. Now this part is a little tricky because, as you can see, it's hard to make an obvious outline. In this case, you just make whatever outline you can. And I still did not get to use the diamond ore. And if you're in a situation like this, well, you can just try and make a line that goes through the space. So that is the first layer done. Time to move on to the second one. So let me get out all the materials that I need. Okay, I need coarse dirt, and I need bone meal, gravel, andesite. All right, we're good to go. Okay, I just found out that the clip for where I did this this stone layer got deleted entirely without a trace. So if you guys need an explanation on anything that I might have mentioned in there, but end up not mentioning in the video because I can't remember what I mentioned in that clip specifically, then feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to leave a comment even if you don't have questions. And you know what? Why not subscribe while you're at it? Maybe even ring the bell. You'll get to know when my newest episodes are out. Anyway, back to League of Legends. Let's wrap back around to League of Legends. You might be wondering why I want to play it so badly, even though I don't understand the gameplay and I only have 2 characters who I really like. It gives me a sense of connection to Subjectively. They make a lot of League of Legends videos. They're really cool guys. You can find them here on YouTube, and their Twitch is Subjectively5. That's where they stream. I forgot for a hot second what I was going to do. Okay, let me get out the iron. Oh, hey, Pangea Panga is live. I started following Pangea Panga much more recently than I started following Subjectively. Panga makes a lot of Super Mario Maker 2 videos. I think all his videos actually might be Super Mario Maker 2 videos. At least all the ones that I've seen. And he's such a good gamer. His YouTube, you can find him on YouTube and on Twitch. His username for both platforms is the same. Here, let me spell it out on the sign so that I don't have to worry about misspelling it. There he is. That's how you spell. That's how you spell his name on YouTube. That's how you spell his name on Twitch. He's really cool, and he inspires me to. I wanna become a better Super Mario Maker 2 player, so that I can be at his level of prestige. I'm pretty sure he's a famous Mario YouTuber, because he was telling, because his friend Raisefire, who you can also find on YouTube under the name RAYS Fire, no space. He has Twitch too, but I'm not sure if his Twitch username is the same as his YouTube username. But anyway, his friend Raisefire was talking in a video about how they went to a con once, and the bellhop, I think is the term, the bellhop at their hotel recognized Pangaea Panga's screen name. I want to be a famous gamer. And it looks like I did not put in any gold this time, so we'll use the gold for this granite layer. And we can put some right here. I want to be a famous gaming YouTuber so bad. I just want to be a famous gamer in general. That's why I stream Pokemon, Animal Crossing, Kingdom Hearts, although I haven't streamed Kingdom Hearts in quite a while. That's why I used to do those Magia Record videos. I can't do those anymore because BlueStacks is being a pain. I don't really know what point I'm trying to make. I love gaming, and I love having an audience. And I guess that's it. Oh wait, this is coarse dirt. So I guess that's it. That's the point I'm trying to make, I guess. I love attention. I love it so much. I want to, what am I trying to say here? Let me find the words before I actually say anything. I want to be adored so much because I view myself as inherently low value. But let's change the subject. Now see, under normal circumstances, this block would be where I put a sapling. But since I don't want to put in too many trees, I only count one area blocks that aren't attached to any other one area blocks when I consider whether or not I should put an acacia sapling there. So those two, they were linked diagonally, so I don't count them towards my counter for trying to figure out where I should put my acacia sapling. I'm sorry I got really deep there. Whoops, I accidentally turned on Siri. But anyway, I'm sorry it got really deep there. I like to talk about my issues indirectly, not face to face with actual people. Oh, and also, here's a little tip: if grass grows inside your outline, I just like to put a stone block there. Grass can't grow on stone, after all. Anyway, like I was saying, I'm not good at speaking. I'm not good at speaking. I'm not good at coming up with how to explain things. on the fly. So I especially don't like when people try to help me out with my emotions, because they're just like, no, I don't deserve it. I shouldn't need your pity. I know that that's not how it works, but that's how I always end up seeing it in my brain, even though I know that that's not how it works. So that's why I'm better at talking about my issues through a screen, like in a Discord server or on YouTube or through a vent post on Tumblr. I know this sounds dumb. I'm sorry. You guys didn't come and click on this. You guys didn't click on this video for me to mope around about my emotions. You came here for funny haha moments. You came here for me saying, it's getting dark out here, so put up every torch. That joke is starting to get old. I need to stop bringing that up whenever I use the phrase, it's getting dark out here. I know I said in an earlier episode that I wanted it to catch on as sort of like a meme. Like an inside joke for my subscribers, which is another example of me wanting to be like a YouTube influencer gamer. But I don't think it'll ever catch on. Mostly because I don't think anyone on YouTube likes me. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Sorry. I probably shouldn't have said anything. I'm still gonna air this episode though. I went through the trouble of recording it. I'm gonna air it. And y'all who have bothered listening just had to deal with me venting about my emotions for a good 5 minutes or so. I don't know how long I was talking. My mom once said that I have a terrible sense of time. Okay, so let's put in the redstone. And here we can just put in 1 block of andesite. And then on to the next layer. I try to have my grass layers sort of conform to the dirt outline from the previous layer. Unless it's like this, where it'd be like, hey, that isn't an outline, that's a bit sticking out. Or where it would result in a sharp corner. This, again, is okay. This is okay. As long as it's not like that, it's okay. Whoops, I accidentally destroyed some redstone. Good thing I've got the redstone ore in my hotbar. Anyway, back to building. We'll put that there. Put this here and then add some bone meal. Get rid of that extra bit of dirt. I'm kind of running out of things that I think I can say to entertain you guys. I don't want to have to speed up through too much of the building process, because then it might result in a video that isn't very helpful because I go through the actual building too fast. I did a Super Mario Maker 2 stream earlier today. It was the endless challenge on the normal difficulty setting, but every time I died, I did 10 jumping jacks. I thought it would help me lose weight, but it didn't. It just got people yelling at me for jumping all around on the, and because people could hear it through the ceiling, because my room is on the 2nd floor of my house. That's what I meant to say. And then I felt bad about that. Like I said, it didn't even really help me lose any weight. I checked myself on a scale, and My weight was the same as the last time I had checked it, which I think was yesterday. Now see, here's an example of where I don't want those little one-off cubes. Here, I'll highlight them by putting this warped wart block in between them. Yeah, see, I don't want these little areas where it's just one block surrounded on 4 sides by a stone in a plus-shaped formation. So I just count that area where they would be as part of whatever gap might be there. Now I've got stamp on the ground stuck on my head. Because there's this one part that's like jumping all around. Do 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 do. Gonna get the ores. I didn't put any coal or in the andesite. Layer, wait a sec. What do I need? Next it's diorite and I can add in some iron ore. That song is very good, I think. It's got a fun energy. It's got fun energy. Alright, we're nearing the end of the building for this hill. I made a mistake there with the grass block, so I'll just make that one long strip. Put in some grass there. Gonna do a quick circle around here to take care of this stuff. Blocks like this that are connected to other exposed dirt, they're okay for me for putting bone meal on. It's just that only the blocks of dirt that are one block in area and not diagonally attached to any other blocks with an area of 1. Those are the only ones that I'll be like, oh, maybe I should put a tree sapling here. After this, I'm gonna use bone meal on the saplings. I guess I'll get rid of some of the saplings, only if I don't think that they'll grow. And look, one of them's already fully grown. Isn't that neat? La 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 la, jumping all around. We're sending out our invitation to everyone in every nation, 'cause we are about to ignite. And you wanna go out tonight? Stamp on the ground. La 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 la. Wait, crap, I accidentally put 2 dirt blocks there. Oh well. What do I need next? Oh wait, yeah, it's gravel. I've got gravel here. Now you might be wondering what happens when you get to a point where you have to have a block near the outside of your outline that is not part of a diagonal, but is also only 1 block. In that case, you can either decide to break that little rule of thumb just for the sake of completing the hill, or you can just make rounded squares at the top of your hill. We'll see what we end up doing this time. Alright, now to add the stone outline and the coarse dirt outline. Oh yeah, I forgot to put in the andesite. Now, normally the outline for this would be like this. But see, on the ends is just 1 block. And that is not really allowed. So instead, I will make a rounded rectangle like this. Let me fill in these patches of dirt. Put some bone meal here. Then I'll just fill up this with dirt. Because otherwise I'd just be making a line and that would look kind of weird at the top of the hill. And then I just top this off with grass. Alright, let me go try and plant the trees. Well, I mean grow the trees. Ah, good. They're all taking just a few taps of bone meal to grow. I think that was all of the trees. So that's how I make my hills in Minecraft. I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial. I'd love if you guys could, if you guys ever use this advice as a way to make your own hills. I would love to see screenshots of what you make. I mean, since I'm on my iPad, I probably can't connect to you guys' Minecraft servers and see the hills, quote unquote, in person. So screenshots are probably the best that you can do. But thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I'm sorry for rambling about my personal life. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I hope you have a fantastic day, week, month, your life. See you later, Cipherites.